Good afternoon, everybody. October 4th, 2024. Today, we're going to do an oil change on the beautiful 2002 LeSabre with the 3800. Recently, I did all the gaskets and everything on this motor, so just doing an oil change. She hasn't had one in a while. Now, I'm not recommending this oil, but this is what I'm using. I've been using it, and I have to say, once I used it, I had some weeping leaks on the outside, going on the outside of the motor. It's definitely not a coincidence, but they seem to have subsided. It's a good oil. It definitely keeps your motor clean, so you have to make the decision whether you want the inside of your engine clean or the outside of the engine clean. So that's your choice. So I'm using this because I bought it already, and I'll just I may convert back to conventional oil. I don't know. I had the cover off. It's been in my trunk knocking around. Not a big fan of it, but it gets in my way in my trunk, and so I'll probably put it back on. So right now we're going to use. I use this standard jack that came with the car just to jack up the right side of the car, because that's where the oil filter is. And then I have my sturdy jack stand here. And if we come over here, these are my tools here. Ratchet set and the nice low profile oil catcher thingy, whatever you call it, container. Then I take it down to the store and they let me pour it in the big recycle bin. Alright, so that's all for now. Let's get started. Just going to jack it up, and then she's already warmed up. I'm going to let the engine run a little bit. I just went down to the local 5th grader car wash over there and supported the school. There's the beautiful 3800. Did I say that already? Yes, I probably did. Going up. So you don't have to go too high, just till about the tire comes off the ground. And I'm positioning my jack stand here. I'm gonna just go a little bit higher until I can get this to click on the next notch. Let's see. Almost. That should do it. Not yet. A little bit more. There we go. She's on the next notch. Then I'm just going to bring the car down a little bit so that they're both kind of sharing the load of the vehicle. See, just going to bring it down. And you could hear like crackles and stuff at the bottom of the jack when the load of the LeSabre is on it. I gotta tell you, I do love driving this car. All right, there we go. All right, you see? So they're both sharing a load. so you're pretty safe. So I'm going to approach this from the front of the car. Of course, I'll show you. Let me just zoom in. There's your oil plug right there. I don't know if you could see it right in the center of the screen. Right on the back of the oil pan. Not this. This is your transmission. This. Okay? With the nice grid on the bottom for strength. So we're going to go there, see what size it is next. I just got back from a drive, but I'm just going to start this and let it run a little bit, and then we're going to drain the oil. Here we are inside the beautiful 2002 LeSabre. Okay. She's already warmed up. And then I'm going to put a chock behind my rear tire for safety. "22-year-old car. Listen to this engine. Doesn't have a lot of miles on it though. I think I'm at like 64,000 or something. She's a baby. Alright. Take the cap off. I'll leave the bottom one in. I'm just going to loosen the top a little so the oil drains faster. I grabbed a bunch of sockets. I forgot if it's 15 millimeter or 14 or 9/16. We'll find out. And there's my setup. 14 was too small, 9/16 was too small. So I'm finding that a 15 millimeter long socket clears the transmission pan. So now we're going to drain the oil. Alright, she's loose. Just going to put the phone down and unscrew it by hand. It's a little hard to... Oh wait, I think I could do this. Here we go. It's a brand new phone, so I'm trying not to get oil on it. But I want you guys to see the action, Jackson. It's hot. I just had the engine running. Ow. Rubber gloves provide no insulation from the heat. Ah, there we go. Ow, 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 ow on my fingers, but not too bad. There we go. That's 10W30 full synthetic Pennzoil. Platinum, I think. Is it platinum? Alright. Let me just shut the phone off here. Alright. She's draining. Put my plug in a safe spot here. There it is. And wipe my hands a little bit. Bring that a little closer. Okay. Alright. Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic is coming out, and same thing's going in. The filter's a Purelator L10-111. So while that's just about done draining after a few minutes, don't rush it, let everything come out. And if you want to know where the oil filter is, I'll show you. Conveniently located right there. So you have plenty of room for your oil filter wrench. So I'm going to start taking that out just a little bit. See if I could do it with my bare hands. And then I have to move the container over because no, first I'm going to put the plug in here when this is done. Then I'm going to move the container over here under the oil filter. Very simple. So if you're using this kind of oil filter wrench, you're going to be, here's the right front tire, here's the orientation of the wrench. So when you pull down on the handle, this will clamp. If you do it this way, it's not going to clamp, it's just going to loosen. So you want the diameter of this to get smaller so you're going to be turning it like this. And you see the clamping action. Let me see if I can set this up right under the filter and show you, at risk of getting oil on the brand new phone here, but that's okay. Where are you, filter? There you are. Alright, I hope that's under the filter. So we're gonna put this on. Ready? And there we go. And the reason why I don't have to be stressing getting this off is because I put it on and I hand tightened it like you're supposed to. Okay? Alright, now I'm going to stop here before oil starts dripping on the phone, because that gasket is now getting now it's loose enough to do by hand, so you don't need the wrench anymore for the rest of the job here, because remember, now what you want to do is oil's going to start dripping here, so you want to now is the time you want to just wipe this and put your plug back in, tighten it a little bit, and then we're going to unscrew this. See, it's loose enough to do by hand now. And I'm going to move the oil catch pan over. Now when you put your new, first you want to make sure that the gasket comes off with the old oil filter. Don't ask me how I know. I did. That only happened to me once in my whole car maintenance career. You'll know right away if you didn't do it right. Alright. I wiped the threads. And I wiped the oil pan. It's good to do that, because if you're checking for leaks, sometimes you think it's a leak, but it's just the old oil that you know didn't dry off the pan. I got my ratchet here. So once again, I used the 15 millimeter. I don't know if 15 is the right size, but there we go. She's G&T. Alright. Now we're gonna shoot right over here. Let me just move my mat out of the way because I don't want it to get oil on it. All right. Get a nice look at this. Nice. I like making unrushed videos. I do this for fun. There you go. Nice and hot, that oil. What did I use last time? Fram titanium. This was a Fram titanium FS, this is in Sam, 3387A, in case you want to use the Fram one with the, I think this was like a high mileage filter, like a 10 or 15,000 mile, but I don't go by that. I go by the seat of my pants, baby. Ah, yeah. Nice black coffee. Alright, you could clearly see the gasket is on the old filter. So I'm going to get the new filter prepared. Let me show you what the oil filter housing. Are we still running here? Hold on. Yeah, we're still running. Let me show you what the oil filter surface looks like. Right there. I gotta tell you, this the inside of this engine's clean. I got a little weep in here. Nothing crazy on the oil pan. That's just a little bit. Nothing too bad. Alright, let me cut this. At this point, you really don't need the gloves anymore. So, we're going to do 4.5 quarts of this oil. And I just tried this filter. Because I did my gaskets, but I didn't get any coolant or debris in the motor. I was very careful. Even when I took the lower intake off, I didn't get any coolant or stuff down in the motor. So I didn't do the oil. Didn't have to. But that's why I bought this filter in the interim. But I didn't use it, so I'm using it now. And for about 4.5 quarts of this stuff. Now, I used to take the old filter and hold it, okay, the old filter's gasket that was filled with oil, and hold it against the new filter's gasket. I don't know why I stopped doing that, so all I'm going to do is stick my finger in here and wipe the oil on this new gasket. And then I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, I did it already, but I'll do it again just to show you. So, dip my finger in here. And then you just go, I already did it, so I'm just doing it again to show you. There you go. Now we're going to screw this on, and once this gasket makes contact, 3/4 of a turn more. You just want to compress this gasket. Okay? Put the cover back on the oil so no leaves blow in there or crickets or anything that doesn't belong in your oil. Alright, so let's... I don't know. Maybe that's good. Hold on. Move this out of the way, please. Yeah, we're taking. Well, I don't know if you could see this. Oh, man. A drip of oil just came down. Well, now I know where to put the phone, right where the drip went. What I do for science. Okay. Look how pretty this red filter is. Alright, see, watch. Alright, it touched. Now what you do is you go by a label here. So here's my label here. So this guy's going to wind up over here. Then I'm kind of done. You should use this part of your hand to grip the... There we go. That's all. The label part's over here now. I did that by feel. Okay, so the plug's secure. The filter's secure. Now get all the stuff out from under your car, and we're going to fill this with 4.5 quarts. Alright. Let me move this out of the way. Alright. What else is under there? Alright, my ratchet. So, you have a choice. You can lower the car now, or you could put oil in it. I'm going to leave it up. This way, it's a little bit easier to check for leaks, but that's your call. Ratchet out of the way. And my glasses. I'm always leaving those places. Okay. Yoga mat. Thank you for buying that for me. Alright. So we got a funnel here. So I'm just going to put, I'm not going to show you how I do this. It's just pouring 4.5 quarts in the car. Okay. I'll leave this part on. Okay. Okay, what I do is I kind of mix up the oil a little bit, just in case the some of the additives settle to the bottom, because this has been in my trunk for a while. So I'm driving around with this oil in my trunk when it should be in my motor. Always wipe out your funnels or get new ones. Okay, I'm not going to be able to pour this and hold the phone, so I'm just going to pour this into the funnel slowly till we do 4.5 quarts. And I always use my trusty gauge on the side. Left is quarts, right is liters. So usually you're left with a 1/2 quart, because this is a 5-quart jug. Make sure you're on a level surface. Those aren't the most accurate things, but they're helpful. Alright, I poured some in. Maybe I could show you the rest here. I'm doing this at risk of spilling oil on my exhaust manifold, and you know how much that smells. Oh, careful! Please don't fall out, funnel. Okay, we're doing good. I'm going to approximate a 1/2 quart left in this thing. Alright, I'm going to stop it now. See what we got. Alright, pretty close. Here's a 1/2. And if you could see the oil, it's right here. So I'm going to put a little bit more in. I got to tell you, I'm having a very good time. Very relaxing oil change today. Here at the old homestead. So I'm literally just going to put a drop in here and close this up, put the cover on, starter, and we're done. Thank you for joining me today on this beautiful autumn day, October 4th, 2024. Let's close her up. So if you want to put your cover on, here's my cap. You take this off. It's shaped just like the cap. You can actually put the cap in there. But I left this on. There you go. She's nice and clean in there, I'm telling you, because I had this apart. Did all the valve cover gaskets, lower intake, the new plenum up here, new elbows, everything. Beautiful. So see this hole back here? That's where the cover goes. So we're gonna get the cover. I swore I'd never put this thing back on. Bunch of foam under it. There you go. That goes in there. I already don't like that the cover's hitting my wire here. Ah, that should be okay. I'm telling you, I'm probably going to take this cover off. You know what? I'm not putting it on because the cover is hitting my wire and that's annoying me. And I'm not going to move that because then with rubbing and stuff, you're going to chafe the jacket. So I'm going to leave my cover off. So like I said, you could put the cap back on here directly, but then you have a chance of losing this part. So I like riding high. Line it up. Sometimes when you turn this cap, the bottom one turns, so always make sure. All right. We're running topless, baby. It's a free country. So that's all, folks. Let's start up the LeSabre. So I know there's tons of oil change videos, but this is just daily life for me, you know, taking care of my cars. Let's start her up. Check for leaks. All right. So when you check it for leaks, you're looking at the oil filter where the gasket rests against the surface there. All right. And you're looking at by the oil plug, because those are the only two things you really disturb. You may see a little oil just because the mounting surface where I screwed in the new oil filter, I should have wiped this. So you can wipe it, which I'm going to do now. I'm just going to wipe it, and because you may think your old oil on the engine is an oil leak, but it's not. It's just oil that was sitting there. So we're done here. Well, I'm going to take my wheel chock off and just lower the jack. Oh, I got myself in the video. Sorry, hope you weren't scared. Oh, now I took a photo. I had to use the new phone, and the X is calling at the same time. So there you go. It's a beautiful day. Cheers. Love you guys. October 4th, oil changed. Buick LeSabre. They don't make cars like this no more, so we got to keep them on the road. Cheers. And have a nice Halloween if I don't talk to you before then. Bye. Oh, just one more thing I left out. lower the car on the flat surface. If you want to check the oil from the dipstick, you have to lower the car on a flat surface. Now, I've done tons of oil changes, so I don't need to do that. Because I know what I'm doing, I'm experienced. But if you just want to make sure, lower the car on a flat surface, turn it off, wipe the oil off the end of the dipstick, and put it in, and you should be, there's 5 holes there. You should be on the top end of those 5 holes in the dipstick. That means you're full. If you're a little bit higher, that's okay. Alright, that's all. Bye. Oh, one more thing. This is not something I care about too much, but my display, driver's information center here, is shot. A previous owner or previous mechanic had changed this, and when they put everything back, they kind of messed up the driver information center. But anyway, you have to reset it. I think you do it through the radio, so check your owner's manual to reset your oil life monitor. I forgot how to do it because I don't do it. You know, I do my oil changes when I know I need to do them. I keep records, so I don't really use that. But just for those of you who want to reset it, it might be done through the radio. I forgot how to do it though. I'm sorry. Okay, take care now. Oh, I'm back. I think you may be able to just reset it with the reset button here. I'm not sure. So I've just been lowering the car. So you jack that up, and you have to release your jack stand, and she's almost completely to the ground now. I don't mind using the OEM jack. I have other jacks, trolley jacks and stuff, but this is works. I mean, why not use it? It's pretty easy. Okay. The LeSabre is ready to cruise.